guys? Welcome back to the 8th TheSportUniverse Reacts. I'm just going to get right into what I want to talk about, just to keep it compact and short. Okay, so a couple days ago, it was reported that the Dominican Attorney General named Jean Elena Rodriguez. I could be totally off with that name. Well, this is really bright. Hold up. Okay, here we are. This probably looks the same, to be honest. Implicated Luis Castillo, is a former Met and Marlins player, and journeyman pitcher Octavio Dotel for being a part of this drug trafficking ring in the Caribbean. The drug trafficking ring was ran by Cesar Peralta, who ran this ring, and this ring was considered one of the largest drug trafficking structures in the Caribbean, and it took opiates and cocaine from South America and brought them to the U.S. and Europe. So Luis Castillo and Octavio Dotel's part of this ring, according to reports. Obviously, these are still allegations and nothing's been made official. But apparently they were part of the laundering part of the structure. So Cesar Peralta ran such a big structure that if all the money went right back to him, he would have a lot of assets and a lot of money. So to keep that all under wraps, he gave money to certain people for them to hold on to for him. And according to the reports, Luis Castillo and Octavio Dotel were two of those people. So they were part of the money laundering part of the structure. So currently they have Octavio. It's still bright. Currently, they have Octavio Dotel in custody in the Caribbean, but Luis Castillo is still in the U.S. in Florida. And according to his lawyer, he's shocked by these allegations, and he says that he hasn't even been to the Dominican Republic in a year. So it would be really hard for him to be a part of such a scheme if he hasn't been there in a year. Now, obviously, that could just be him saying that, and it might not be true, but you don't really know. There are over 700 prosecutors in this drug trafficking case, so obviously a lot of people were involved. It was a high-profile situation, high-profile case. Obviously, the two MLB players and one of the biggest drug trafficking schemes in the Caribbean. So that's basically the news of it. How I feel about it, obviously I hope it's not true. I hope that baseball players have their minds in the right place and wouldn't be a part of such a situation, especially a player that used to be on the Mets. Obviously, Luis Castillo's career with the Mets wasn't the greatest, but he was still a Met, and that means a lot to me for players to be a Met and to call them Mets players. But if players are involved in something like this, it's hard to respect them as people. It's pretty upsetting news if it's true, because for these players who make so much money, obviously Octavio Dotel didn't make that much money. He was a journeyman pitcher, but he still made a good amount of money. And then Luis Castillo made a good amount of money because he was 3-time Gold Glover. He was pretty good on the Marlins and didn't have the greatest years on the Mets, but still had some type of role on a team. For them to get involved in a situation like this where it's illegal first off, but it's really just for money for them, there's really no point. And I don't understand why people would be a part of such a scheme like this. Obviously, we don't know the context of the situation and what Cesar Peralta promised them or things like that. Maybe they had to do it to protect someone. We don't really know what the whole situation is. We don't even know if they were actually involved. But according to 700 prosecutors or the prosecutors focused around them, they were involved. But to be honest, based off history of sports players and getting involved in illegal activities like this, I wouldn't be that surprised. Which sucks to say, but I mean, there's been maybe not drug trafficking rings, but sexual assault, DUIs, murders. Like, sports players aren't the role models they're made out to be, which sucks because I wish they could be. And a lot of them are, but some of them just don't have that bone in their body to be a role model to kids that watch them. So hopefully this is all figured out and they're not implicated or put into jail because of this, but you never really know till it comes out. So I hope it's not true, but to be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if these allegations are totally true. So that was the 8th Sport Universe Reacts, part of our daily content at the Sport Universe, where sports are our universe. Tomorrow, it's a big Mets video coming out about their 15-1 streak. I put a lot of time into this one, so hopefully it does well. We're at 63 subscribers at the time I'm recording this. Our highest video is the Kevin Durant video, which has 6,000 views. Pretty good, I'd say. If I could get to 10,000, that'd be really nice. And we have another video very close to 1,000, which is the Fernando Tatis video. So keep watching the videos, keep liking, keep subscribing. I've been keeping to the schedule for writing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So I just posted an article yesterday about the Baker Mayfield Daniel Jones situation. So keep reading all those things, and thanks for watching, listening.